Welcome to Durbania. I'm Durbin, and this is my spoiler-free review for The Accountant with Ben Affleck and Anna Kendrick and John Lithgow and George Bluth Sr. from Arrested Development. He's got a real name, but I know him as George Bluth Sr. from Arrested Development. The Punisher from Daredevil Season 2. Yeah, that guy was in here. There's a great cast in this movie. J.K. Simmons. Oh, I hate it when I forget names, but the girl who played Amanda Waller on Arrow Season 2. She was great on that show. She was great in this movie as like J.K. Simmons. I don't know if I'd call her a protege, but definitely working for J.K. Simmons. There was a fantastic cast in this movie, and each person in that cast did a great job. Now, this movie had a lot of great positives working for it, and it had some negatives working against it. So I'm going to start with the positives. In the positive columns of this movie, the performances were done so well, it was just engaging. Like, all the different characters, I was just brought in. Like, George Bluth Sr., he had such a small part in this movie. But in the small part that he had, the way he related to Ben Affleck and the way they knew each other, the way they were friends and things like that, he was just such a likable character. Ben Affleck himself playing this character who has this high-functioning form of autism. So he's a genius. I mean, he's absolutely brilliant. And something that I think this movie did really well is it showed just how smart he was. Like, it really showed us how his mind worked. The things that he is capable of. And it's like, it was mind-boggling. But, you know, as part of this, you know, he focuses on something and he has tunnel vision towards that. And when he's focusing on a goal, he can't not finish it. If he starts something, like, he literally can't let himself off the hook until he finishes it. And it was really interesting seeing those traits in this character, seeing how Ben Affleck portrayed that. And also the way he did it in a lovable way. And as you see from the trailer, his character is not just an accountant. You see in the trailer, you know, he's got a trailer, and in that trailer, he's got guns and, you know, money from all these different countries and things like that. So you know he's more, the way he does the books for all these crooked people and all these things and all that stuff. So you know there's something deeper going on there. And he's a fighter, man. Like, the guy can fight. And there were some really amazing action scenes where he just... Less Adam West Batman, more Batfleck Batman, because it's Ben Affleck. There were just some great character moments where, like, Ben Affleck would do something super violent, super intense, super action-packed, and you're like, oh my gosh, he's capable of all that. But because he's socially awkward and, you know, the innocent people standing by would be staring at him, he just socially, hi. There were a lot of great, funny character moments like that with Ben Affleck that just made his character so likable. And he did such a great job portraying that he really made it likable. Then you have Anna Kendrick, who kind of is his counterpart in this movie. And, you know, she's just a real bubbly personality. But you know how there's that annoying, bubbly personality? And then just the delightful, bubbly personality. She's of the delightful variety. I really liked her character. Anna Kendrick did a great job with that, and she had great chemistry with Ben Affleck on screen. It was a great partnering to put those two together on screen. She just, I don't know. What I really liked about her is here's Ben Affleck, a guy who's completely socially awkward. He'll say a few rude things, but not really meaning to and not really realizing he's doing that. And she'd kind of just shrug her shoulders. She'd leave him be. Then she'd come back all happy and fine and talking to him. And you could tell Ben Affleck liked being around her. And she liked being around him, social awkwardness and all. And it was one of those things that made her character very likable. So this becomes then a pairing in a movie that I'm rooting for. Like, I was like, wow, I could believe this. Like, her being like a romantic lead to him, like, I can believe that. And I hope, man, I hope they get married in this movie and they make each other happy. I mean, it was just like one of those things where I was like, that's really kind of cool. But, you know, I could go on and on about the character stuff, but that was really the best points of this movie. The weaknesses of this movie. I would have to say, for me, the biggest weakness was the story. And it's not that it was a bad story. It was a really good story where you have Ben Affleck, this accountant, you know, cooking the books for all these different people. And so he's kind of always on the run and moving all the time and things like that. And then you have the Punisher from Daredevil Season 2, who is kind of just like this counterpart, who is kind of an assassin guy going around and I guess hired to kill people who are doing business really crooked, which in itself is, that's kind of crooked. I don't know. Anyway. So you've got like these big character moments and these big things building and it's just a story that feels like it should be building to more and then it doesn't. I don't know. What I wanted was more Ben Affleck and Anna Kendrick, and I didn't quite get that. I mean, what I got from them, I really liked. I really enjoyed. And I guess that might be a plus, leave your audience wanting more, but I wanted more resolution to their story. And there was a lot of things like that I felt throughout the story where it's just like it built, and wrap up, and we're done. I mean, at one point I was watching this and I was like, okay, this is just one of those big moments, and then the character's gonna be on the run and they're gonna have to solve this big thing, and oh wait, no, that's not what's happening. Oh no, this is the end of the, oh my gosh, I've been here for 2 hours. This is the end of the movie. Oh man, really? And then I realized, well, I have been here for 2 hours. I guess I really don't want it to be longer. So I guess I'd have to say when it comes to the story, I didn't really like the wrap up. But then I also didn't hate it because the characters were done so well. And even in the part where I felt like the story itself was just kind of like the punch of it was pulled, I still really enjoyed the character beats and the character moments in that. The characters were just so likable, it did keep me invested. So I don't know. For me, because it felt like the story was building. Resolution! What? I was verging on C+ territory, but I settled with B-. I'm giving this movie a B- because I really did enjoy my experience in the theater. I really enjoyed the characters. Each actor did a great job with their roles, and it really did invest me in it, even if I felt like the story didn't quite give me the resolution I was looking for. Maybe that's even the wrong word, because it kind of was the resolution I wanted. I guess I wanted more of a journey to get there, a little bit more twists and turns in the road. And there was one huge thing that I think they meant for it to be a major twist, but it wasn't. You could predict it from almost the beginning of the movie. So there's a couple weaknesses like that where, I don't know, keeps me from giving it a higher grade. So I'm giving it a B-. If you saw The Accountant, what were your thoughts on it? What letter grade would you give it, from an A+ to an F? Let me know in the comments. While you're there, make sure you hit that subscribe button and be on top of all the new videos and new things coming out here. Got a lot of cool things in the works. I'm Durbin. Thank you so much for checking out Durbania.